Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Potomac Curling Club. We are here for the semifinals. This is draw 9. This will be the semifinals for the B and C group. Oh, excellent. What did we do there, Ken? So real quick, our feature seats B and, well, our feature seat is B today, and we'll also be keeping an eye on sheet C. So we have To the Glitter End versus their Marigolds on sheet B, and we have the Old Bays versus the Dolly Rocks on sheet C. So why don't we go ahead and introduce the team members?
To the Glitter End is a mixed team from Rochester, Nutmeg, and Potomac with Kitty Larocque as skip, Amy Schneider as vice, Bill Engman as second, and Kristy Bellefontaine as lead. And their Marigolds is out of Windy City with Eric Reithel as skip, Lori Cassidy as vice, Greg Torkelson as second, and Kent McKenzie as lead. On sheet C, the Old Bays are out of Potomac and the Curling Club of Virginia with Laura Yee as skip, Courtney Shaw as vice, Dan Eisen as second, and Bobby Todd as lead. And they'll be going up against the Dolly Rocks out of Detroit with Mike Grudzinski as skip, Paul Kamrush as vice, Brandon Brown as second, and Jamie Bellefontaine as lead.
Real quick, we'll go ahead and introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm running the camera today. This is my very first time, so be patient if things get a little wonky. And we also have...
I'm Tegan. This is my first year curling with Potomac Curling Club, and I'm very excited to be able to volunteer here at the Glitter.
And I'm David, and same first year here at this club.
Excellent. All right, so we got to kind of figure out which team has which rocks. So, you know,
we'll have to wait on
yeah,
that.
we're going to have to see what we've got going on here.
I think To the Glitter End is yellow.
To the Glitter End is yellow, so we got to switch those up.
Oh, yeah.
So, there,
All
Marigolds.
right, we have our first rocks being thrown. Looks like a nice, well.
And the Old Bays are going to be throwing the Redstones on sheet C.
Oh, perfect. We've already got that one set up correctly.
We've got one red in the house on the top 4.
Oh, Kristy's getting ready to throw the first yellow rock as the lead for the To the Glitter End. There she goes.
Nice slide.
Kristy has an awesome slide. I'm super jealous. I'm still using the stabilizer, but
I feel like she could just slide all the way into the other house.
she probably could. Oh, that's going to be coming up against the, oh, lovely shot. Is it going to?
Looks like red's going to hang on, though.
Yep, it's still in the 12. Right. Let's see. If we have folks tuning in, we'd love for you to chat with us and tell us where you're from and who you're rooting for. Okay, we've got the second red rock going there. Got some furious sweeping.
Looks like it's got a little ways to curl.
Keep going, keep going. And it's going to be in the house. Right on the center line. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put sheet C on so that if folks are interested in the old bays and the dolly rocks, you can see what's happening on that. Okay, Kristy's just thrown her second rock.
Looks like it's going to be a guard.
Bill is furiously sweeping there.
That's a nice guard.
Yep. Definitely have some rocks in play on sheet B here.
Looks like sheet B will be probably scoring in the first end then.
Okay, let's see if we can figure out, make sure we've got sheet D set up right.
Oh, yeah. Who's who?
For the...
Beautiful hit there. Gotta love some of these outfits today. I'm very jealous of the tutu and the bow.
It's a very, very bright bonspiel. Well, looks like they managed to move the rock around at least. Imagine to the glitter ends trying to throw up another guard on top of that stone they have binding the back of the 4.
Okay, it looks like we have sheet D set up correct. I recognized on one of the players. It's one of the difficulties of being new to the club is you're still getting to meet everybody and figuring out who's who.
Looks like they'll be calling for kind of normal weight takeout from Torkelson, the stone in the house.
Another really good slider.
He's on our other camera now.
Exactly. He's almost to the other hog line there. Oh, nice takeout.
They're going to be able to keep the shooter.
Yep, and the shooter curled
undercover.
Yep, behind that yellow guard. So that's a really good shot there.
Looks like they're coming for that top red.
If they manage to get just off a nose, they could get the run back and get 2 out.
It's got plenty of weight coming in. Hopefully it doesn't jam back there.
Looks like it just didn't have quite enough weight.
Looks like sheet C is putting up quite the cluster in the front of the rings there.
A lot of traffic.
Looks like Marigolds is going to try and put up a guard, but it looks like it might be a little heavy out of the hand.
Looks like they're sitting 4 right now, though.
Let's go ahead and look at the house real quick.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't think that yellow up top is biting, but we are on that fisheye lens, so sometimes it's hard to tell from above.
Exactly.
This one needs to curl a little bit.
Move some rocks around, but it's not exactly what they were hoping for, I think.
It's still 5th.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to have another go at the guard, try and get some of those rocks back there, a little cover, at least take away the draw path. Force them to either make a odd line choice or raise or promote on one of their other stones.
It's looking good. Good weight, good line.
It's indeed a guard.
That's a nice throw. It's covering up the line to get to shot rock pretty well. Looks like they're still going to try and come down with a little bit of weight. That's a sweep hard to get by that guard.
Wow.
Ooh, just barely.
Oh, my
By
goodness.
a hair. What a beautiful throw.
Check the house there. Okay, it looks like
Looks
that
at
might
least
be
sitting
second.
second. Yeah.
It's at least
That
second.
cuts him down quite a bit.
That was a well-played shot to help hopefully minimize a big end for their Marigolds. Alrighty, it looks like we're at the skip rocks. Is that correct, guys?
Yep. This is going to be the first skip rock.
Okay, Tegan.
Stepped on my own cord.
Getting a little tangled up in our
little too
cords
short.
here.
So it looks like Eric Reithel's just going to try and come down and pretty much match the line. See if
Follow
they can't.
that yellow in.
Yeah, see if they can't freeze on top. It's going to have to curl a lot to come back in.
Yeah, it looks wide.
Looks like Sheet C is also starting their skip rocks now. Wow, look at that.
Oh,
Right
my
on the
That's a
tee.
nice throw.
My curling goal this second year is to get it over the hog line and in the direction that the skip wants it. So I'm
Looks like,
giving myself a big learning curve.
Laura's going to try and do a run back double on sheet C here.
Oh yeah, check out that weight.
Yep.
Got one of them.
We've got looks like there's quite a few rocks in play right now.
So Kitty Larocque is coming up, throwing her first skip stone for to the glitter end. And looks like she might be trying to just come around her stone in the top 12.
Or promote it, perhaps.
Be a battle to the button.
Looks like that one's going through.
It's flashing through.
Not as much curl at that weight on that line.
Yep.
So it looks like their Marigolds has a chance here to get 3 this end.
To the glitter end still has the hammer, so they could still end up raising one and cutting it down or potentially scoring one.
So Tegan, it looks like we have a score on A.
Oh yeah, A. It looks like yellow has gotten 1. Remind me who's yellow over there again? That looks like
I'm a
guard.
guard.
Well, it looks like their Marigolds is going to be putting up, potentially putting up a guard to cover the raise. Well,
That's
it
pretty
definitely
good. Covers half.
Yep. Definitely takes the easy angle away. So now if they're going to promote, they're going to have to do it from that stone out on the corner.
Looks like they're considering just drawing through that port.
It's definitely there. They can get around the stones in the top 12. They can definitely sit full 4-foot. Line looks good.
That rock's got some weight, though. Looking like they're trying for a chip, perhaps.
Yeah. Still a little too hot. Well, looks like that's going to be a steal of 2 for their Marigolds on sheet B.
Sheet C, we're on the last of Dolly Rock's yellow stones.
Looks like Dolly Rocks is going to be scoring pretty big on this end.
And they're trying for one more.
So that is official. It was a steal of 2 for their Marigolds on sheet B.
Okay, thanks. I've put that in.
Looks like they're scoring sheet D as well at the moment.
Oh, it looks like 1 yellow. Is that 1 yellow?
Yeah, I believe so. It's hard to see from this angle.
So To the Glitter End maintains the hammer going into N2.
Oh, sheet C. They ended up with the Dolly Rocks got 3.
My goodness.
It's a good end for them. All right.
We've got a high guard to start from their Marigolds.
A little bit off center.
To the Glitter is going to try and come around that and set up a close guard underneath.
Looks like the ice might be a little bit slower going home right now. Love to see the lead on the old bays, making sure they're lined up with their skip.
So that was a little heavy, so it rolled to the back of the 4-foot. Let's see. Oh, looks like their Marigolds is going to put up another guard. Being a little aggressive in their play calling.
Oh no, that's definitely a hit.
And that looks like it's going straight through. All right, so they're calling for a guard to protect Kristy's stone that's in the back of the house there.
Nice sweeping from Laura to bring that stone to the back of the house on sheet C. Looks like the lines are actually a little quicker than they first thought. There's some heavy throws here.
Well, Kristy's rock ended up not being a guard, but it is in play, and it's in the back of the house.
Not the worst outcome there.
Looks like they're going to go for a bumper weight takeout on the stone in the forefoot.
I'm so glad you know those hand signals. I'm still trying to learn all of them. The normal, the control, and the bumper and hack weight. And
Yeah, it's complicated. I mean, in the beginning, I feel like you've got guard, draw, and then upweight, and they're all kind of as much as you can give it while maintaining accuracy.
Sweeping hard for line, trying to keep it as straight as possible, but it looks like it's going to overcurl a little bit. Nice hold.
Didn't jam.
okay, they got rid of
Got rid of the one, it's still biting. So it looks like that's probably going to take out any thoughts of a blank or anything. Looking to guard their stone in the back 8 there.
looks like they're just following it down. It must have pretty decent weight.
Looks like it's going to be close to freezing on that one in the house.
Let's go ahead and go to the house view. Oh, it's curling.
Definitely picked up there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Building a little bit of a pocket down there.
Definitely have the possibility of a double takeout there.
Mm-hmm. And the double will definitely stick that shooter around as long as they can hit it right there in the crotch. Going hard for line. Trying to make sure they get a little bit of both those rocks. Nice shot.
Oh my
Beautiful.
gosh, that was perfect.
You got a
And they
nice
split
little
the house.
split the house and and they got a nice little roll back up off those stones and a pretty wide split. Looks like they're going to try and ignore those and start building their scoring end.
Over on sheet C, we've got a couple yellow stones in the house for dolly rocks, and it looks like the old bays are trying for a hit and roll. It could be hard to keep up with those upweight shots when you're sweeping.
Still had a nice bit of curl to it though. Ooh,
Oh, they got them both out.
it's a really nice shot there in sheet C. Good line call. It leaves it open on sheet C, but it clears out the house so they have a better chance of getting what they want at the end.
Sheet C looks like they're trading punches, and the dolly rocks are going to attempt to make the same shot on that red rock.
Can't tell from here, but it looks like maybe the glitter end is sitting second shot right now.
I would say that their Marigolds has taken the second shot position now.
Yep.
Yep.
So it looks like they're going to just try and follow that line down and freeze on top of the stone in the back. Looks like the old bays are just going to ignore that shot that rolled over into cover, and they're just going to start building their scoring rocks if they can. Well, it ended up a little higher than they planned, but it's still a shot that they can promote, so their Marigolds is going to have to put a cover on top. I'll take away the promotion, but house is still pretty wide open for a draw on skip rocks. Looks like the Dolly Rocks have done a pretty good job of splitting the house on sheet C.
Back on sheet B, it looks like they're going to go ahead and try to draw in. That line is still available to them.
And if it's a little heavy, there's some backing there with that red stone. We're having to sweep really hard for a line on this one.
Certainly not what they were hoping for, not the result they wanted.
No, it
They
looked like
promoted
Marigolds is
the
sitting.
red rock into third position.
Yeah.
Yeah. That curled just a little bit much.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate mess. Looks like they're trying to figure out how best to protect the 4-foot on the skip rocks.
A little back and forth between
Mm-hmm.
the front end of the team and the skip.
It's a nice draw on sheet C.
Oh yeah, top 4. Got some coverage there.
So it looks like they're going to cover the line on that left side there.
Sheet A almost helped him out with that.
So we've got a first skip rock coming down here.
Sweeping early.
Trying to maintain that line, cover that draw. Well, that's going to be a very, very high guard.
Yeah, it's slowing down a lot.
They got it across, though. Good sweeping. I've made that face a number of times myself. Looks like back on sheet C there.
Going for a run back.
Ooh, yeah.
That was a nice shot. Clears out a little draw path, so Dolly Rocks is going to have to throw up another interference and hope they can't get it out.
Yeah, they're thinking about putting one right back where that yellow used to be.
Yep.
sheet B, there seems to be a lot of discussion here about what the next move should be.
I think they're looking at some raise possibilities.
Yeah, there's a bunch of yellow at the top of the house.
I think they're going to try and do the promotion while it's available. I think they assume that if they don't try that now, they'll get covered up with a guard on their Marigold's next shot.
I think the risk here is possibly promoting that red instead of one of their own.
It's already sitting 3, but if they promote it too far into the 4-foot, it's going to be really hard to draw and outcount it on the last skip rock. Because that path on the other side is still potentially open to bite the 4-foot on a nice skips draw to get 1 at the end. But yeah, if they promote that red too far, that'll take that away.
Back on sheet C, it looks like the Dolly Rocks had a nice draw to the button, and that's something the Old Bays are going to attempt to remove.
So it looks like there's a score on A, Tegan. Can you see what's going on there?
Yeah.
It's
The second end?
2 more for the yellow rocks on sheet A.
2? Okay.
That's the I'm a Gonna Guard
Yeah.
team.
Ooh.
Sweeping hard for line.
All right.
Let's look at the house here. Oh,
It's close.
looks like that
Oh,
third position might be up for grabs.
It looks like they definitely took 3rd position. And now there's 2 possibilities that they're trying to figure out to cover. They could promote, do an angle raise off of the stone up on the angled 12-foot, or a straight promotion off of the 2 close yellows.
Sheet C, looks like the Old Bays managed to score. They bumped that yellow back.
So it looks like they're just going to throw up a guard over the middle and try and take away the easy promotion.
Their Marigolds are having to sweep hard to get this rock where they want it.
I don't think that came over quite as much as they were hoping.
Yeah, it looks to be a little bit wide for what they were hoping for.
I think that line down the middle is still there for a light promotion.
Oh, it looks like on sheet C, the Old Bays got 1.
There it is, yep.
Yeah.
1 for red in the second end.
Go ahead and do that update. All right, looks like they have a plan on sheet B here for what they're going to try.
Well, I think they're going to try that promotion.
I really do think that's their best shot.
Although from that side, they're going to have to come with a decent amount of weight to keep it from over curling.
We have the third end started on sheet C and A and B and D. So
Oh, what a D score then.
I don't see that they've hung their score yet. Oh,
Looks like the Old Bays are going to put up a corner guard and start setting up their rocks for potentially trying to get a steal.
Here comes the last stone for the glitter end on
Oop.
sheet B.
Oh,
Aw.
they.
Well, crashed on the guard. So we'll see how the third one measures out, but it looks like it's going to be at least a steal of 2 for their Marigolds on sheet B.
So David on D. The red 1 for the second end, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It looks like they got one.
Excellent. All right, let's see what is happening. Oh. We'll have to see what they scored sheet D there, or B,
B,
our feature sheet.
I think that was probably ended up a score of 2.
For red again?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll put that in tentatively. If we need to change it, let me know.
Had a little too much hot sauce on that one. And first stone's going to go all the way through. Looks like To the Glitter is going to play to the outside now and try and put up a corner guard. So first lead rocks come down for To the Glitter end. Sweepers are off. Looks like they're going to go a little plan B on this.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Oh, it's biting.
Just biting the 12. But it looks like they're going to ignore it and put up a center guard.
over on sheet C, we've got the next red rock coming in.
We've been really hard on sheet B here to try and get that over. And just
No.
didn't quite make it.
Needed about another inch.
To the glitter end seems to be sticking to their plan, and they're going to draw one behind their existing stone.
It was a really nice sweep on sheet C for the Dolly Rocks to hold that draw.
Beautiful guard by Kristy.
And while the center's open, their Marigolds is just going to keep coming in and try and play that center guard position.
Good communication between the skip and the sweepers there.
Looks like the weight's a little up for what they were planning, but looks like they're going to go plan B and kind of come behind. I think they're going to come for the little light hit with a try and get a roll underneath that biter.
Yeah, if they hit it a little bit off nose, they'll be able to get behind cover there.
Yep. It's got a long way to curl.
Oh,
Nice
it
hit.
did.
Looks like it's going to stick around and split the house, so that's nice.
Yeah, I was thinking that one might be a flash. It was not curling till that very last second there.
Yeah, good on them for not sweeping too soon. On sheet C, looks like the Old Bays are deliberating their options. Dolly Rocks has a yellow pretty well buried there.
I think they're going to just try and draw back to that stone in the 4 on sheet C. She's trying to figure out her,
Oh, that's
her
through.
line on this.
Their marigolds.
Wow, that was a tight spot.
That was a
Threw it through.
really nice through.
Giving to the glitter end another chance here.
Well, it looks like the Old Bays may be sitting 1-2 there on sheet C after that nice tap back. Seems like maybe this the center line's starting to run a little bit straighter, a little bit further.
Nonetheless, they're putting one more into the house.
Mm-hmm.
Got 3 counting.
And they're pretty well spaced out. There's no hits to get more than one at a time.
Very true. So if folks are just joining us, this is the Glitter Bondsville at the Potomac Curling Club, just outside Washington, D.C. And we are currently showing the semifinals for groups B and C.
Our featured sheet is sheet B, where their Marigolds has just thrown a lovely freeze onto the stone that was counting for the glitter end.
It's a really nice shot.
Yep, for sure.
Looks
So-
like they're just planning to follow it in.
Lots of times that's the best plan, is to copy the person who went before you.
Yeah.
Kind of know the line, you know what the curl's going to do.
And at some point, even though it's nice having multiple stones in the house, you might just have to give up on those biters on the edges.
Very true. Going into the house.
It's a little
Gonna get a
upweight, but it's
little
got plenty of
tap. It's-
backing.
That's really nice.
Mission accomplished there.
So they're just going to freeze right to that one and see if they can't clutter up the house. Make it hard to move things around.
Speaking of a cluttered house, it looks like sheet C is filling up a little bit over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a lot of rocks in play.
Well, it looks like the Old Bay's still maybe sitting 1-2, but there's a lot that could move around there.
And the draw path is still open to the button. Another beautiful stone from their Marigolds. Not quite a freeze, but
They're
sitting safe.
lined up quite nicely.
To the glitter end, thinks they can get that one out, though.
There's definitely enough space between the counter and that stone and the biting the 4 that they can push this one out if they want to.
Looks like it might be going wide.
This one picked up a different line. Back on sheet C, they are going for that button draw, the dolly rocks with their yellow stone. Looks like it had just enough weight. Not quite under cover, though.
That was a nice throw. Looks like they're going to do about the same thing and just kind of cover the path to the 4-foot. Here for there's Marigolds. Sweeping pretty early.
Yeah.
That one also seems to have over curled a little bit, leaving that spot still open to the glitter end if they'd like to take another stab at it.
I think right now that's just about the only choice they have. They could potentially sit at an angle on it and set up the stones to get moved around.
On sheet C, we're coming in with some power, and it looks like the line's great. Wow, took out 2 yellows, and they're definitely sitting shot now for the old bays on sheet C.
Yeah, I think they're sitting 1, 2, 3. There's a path there on sheet C for them to draw, but it looks like the best they can do right now is maybe draw for 1. So those
Skips
are
button draw.
David, can you look over at A there? I think they just finished their end.
Yep, it looks like the Redstone scored 2.
Okay, so that's the Dairy Queens. I can't see any of the other scoreboards to see if, well, they're not finished yet. Still. Sheet A is just
They're the
going fast on us.
speedsters.
So sheet C, what they had left was trying to draw to the button. The old bays did a really nice job of limiting their options.
Looks like this one might get a little tick off the red
Mm-hmm.
for a perfect shot.
Definitely saved that one there. So the Dolly Rock score 1 on the 3rd end on sheet C.
The Dolly Rocks
Mm-hmm.
have 1 for N3. Okay, gotcha.
Well, she got a nice, she at least moved that stone.
Yeah. Looks like the glitter end has their yellow rock counting just a little bit closer than the red one.
Yeah, I do believe so.
So we'll see what there's Marigolds decides to do with that rock.
I think they're going to, if they're going to hit it, they're definitely going to want to, they're coming down back to talk about it a little more, but I think they're definitely going to want to try and roll off to the side, because if they leave it placed right on top of that stone and hit nose, there's definitely a potential for a double takeout there for the glitter end.
furious sweeping there on sheet
Yep.
B.
Got to keep that line.
Yep. Getting the house here. Oh, nice shot.
Yep.
I think it might just be one red right now.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like the yellow one is sitting second.
I mean, there's nice backing for a draw if they want to go for one, but if they can throw with some power, they could get a pretty flat double there, but that would be tough. I think they're just going to try and play the draw and score one on this.
Get on the board.
Yep.
All right, last rock for To the Glitter End is out of the hand and on its way.
Bill and Kristy are furiously sweeping that one.
It's got lots of curl there.
Yep. It's a lot of weight.
Oh, that's going straight through.
Looks like it's going to be a steal of one for
Their Marigolds.
their Marigolds on N3 there.
Steal of one for the Marigolds. Oop.
Can
I
you see
hit
the
2
score
buttons and it was
on D?
41.
Oh,
I was like, that's
can't be
not
right.
right. It looks like we're just waiting to see what happened
think-
on sheet.
it looks
D?
like red got 2. Oh, 8. They're changing. They just took the number down.
They took the number down.
Yeah.
They moved it, so it looks like the Yellowstone scored 2
Oh, okay.
on the last end in D.
They mistakenly had it in the red.
So sheet D.
Looks like
2
2
yellow?
For yellow.
Okay. Thank
Yellow
you,
there
guys.
is salty carbohydrates. And they are playing against Thoughts and Players.
It's a good name.
Definitely get some very interesting team names. I like seeing what people come up with at all the Bondsfields.
Yeah. Especially the teams that get put together just to go travel for a Bondsfield.
So real quick, we'll just show you what's happening on all the sheets here. Get to play with the views a little bit.
Yeah, everybody is now on end 4.
It's a tight game on sheet A.
Yeah, between the Dairy Queens and I'm Gonna Guard. They're kind of trading punches over there.
Looks like the Dolly Rocks is taking a little bit of a little more defensive posture here in 4. Throwing their first stones in the house and then covering short.
Looks like the sweepers are saying this one's got a little bit extra.
Had to wait for it to start curling. Well, they
And you
ticked
know-
off the guard, but they got a really nice.
Very
Good redirect.
Yep.
happy accident there.
It looks like they're going to try and come down to that stone with kind of hack or bumper weight, get a little bit of curl, and trying to get undercover. To the glitter, and it's definitely going to have to get something going under the corner guards.
That's quite nice. That rock's well
Yep.
buried. Top 4.
Very well buried.
And it also poked the red out a little bit.
they're going to have to cover their stone in the forefoot, or their Marigolds could very easily lose that stone to a light peel.
Over on sheet C, looks like the old bays are coming after some of the Dolly Rock stones.
The center line guard there on sheet B.
It's pretty high, so doesn't take much of the draw away.
Sheet C managed to get one of the yellow stones out and rearrange the house a little bit.
That's a nice outcome. That little bit of split that they got is forcing the Dolly Rocks to spend a little bit more time strategizing how they're going to protect their stone and keep this in from scoring too much. Got a nice peel on the guard there on sheet B. We'll see if they just put up another one.
It does kind of look like that's the call.
Looks like they're going to be looking for a light mover on sheet C here. Going to try and push that Yellowstone with back 12 weight, try and get under cover. If they make this shot, this is going to set this end up pretty nice for them to score. Sweeping hard to keep the line on that one.
Wow, what a nice come around though.
Really nice shot there on sheet C.
Back on B, they are able to remove one of the red stones.
A little bit of a hit and replace there.
Yeah.
Well, looks like they're going to try and do the same thing.
But they definitely got rid of one of those redstones, which is definitely in their favor.
Sweeping hard for line on sheet C here. Trying to get it by that redstone.
They are around, and they have moved the shot rock, although it's hard to tell which one's sitting on sheet C right now. Sheet B, they are successful, I believe, in covering that path.
Yep, it's a really nice placed guard up there in the top 12. I think their best shot is to try and hit it just off nose and see if they can't tick that red on the way back. If they get just the right angle, they can take both of those reds out. Unfortunately, that one just flashes by.
Looks like their Marigolds is planning on another guard, or are they drawing in?
Looks like another guard. It looks like it's going to be nice. That takes away that run back. The Dolly Rocks are definitely having to be a little bit careful here. They're sitting shot, but the Old Bays are sitting 2, 3, 4, 5. So a good skip stone could turn this around pretty quick.
Here on sheet B, they were going for, well, at any rate, they got a couple of those guards moved around.
It looks like with her first skip stone, Laura's going to try and make that run back and get the yellow shot out on sheet C. If she hits this right, they'll probably be setting 4.
I like when you can hear the skips yelling even over here in the warm room.
Oh,
That is a beautiful
great
shot.
And good job of Courtney to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Nice line call, nice shot. Laura really, really putting it to the Dolly Rocks on this one.
Yeah.
They've got one shot left to try and get something protected and cut them down, because right now I think the Old Bays are sitting 4.
I think I see 3. There's still one yellow in the 12-foot.
One in the back.
Oh, yeah, you may be right. Sheet B, they're deliberating. What's their best shot at this point?
Go back here and make sure we have sheet C on, since these are the skip rocks here, I think. See how this plays out.
Looks like they're going to try to draw through that port there.
It's a pretty narrow opening.
Oh, so
Oh,
close.
man.
Oh, come on. Oh, just a little
Nice sweep
too
there from
heavy.
Vice. Ooh. Well, this is a
So what did they decide here on sheet B for their shot?
I think they're trying for the run back. Try and promote that stone they got just above the 12.
Very active release there.
Going hard for line. Looks like Laura's trying to draw to the 8-foot here to set 5, which would be a really big turnaround on sheet C. That precision takeout she did with her first skip stone really impressive. Nice draw. I think that's going to be 5 for the old bays on sheet C. Yep.
All right, I'm putting it down. That's an excellent end for them.
Mm-hmm.
Back on sheet B, their Marigolds is throwing their last skip stone. Bit of a high guard there.
We'll see what they plan to do, but seems like the best they might have right now is a draw to the button from the other side. But they haven't played that line much, so they might not know the best way to call that.
They're definitely looking at a hit, trying to use their existing yellow to bump out the shot rock. Must be close. Yeah, just didn't quite make it. It looks like their
Yep.
Marigolds is able to steal one on sheet B. Do we have scores on sheet A and D yet?
Looks like sheet A is throwing their second to last rock now.
Looks like D hasn't posted yet.
What happened on sheet A in the fourth end?
They're just finishing.
On the fourth end, the red rock scored 2.
2?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, Kristy's throwing the first rock for end 5 here.
Well, 4 to the glitter end. There's already a red in the house there.
Looks like Eric's taking a more defensive posture now that they're up by 6. Keeping the front of the house clear. Same thing, just going in the house, keeping the stones in, keeping the front clear. As long as Eric can keep the front clear, their Marigolds has a better chance of keeping the score low.
don't think that's exactly what they wanted there.
Not exactly. That gives to the glitter end an opportunity. It looks like they're hoping to put a guard slash rock in the house. Over on sheet C, Dolly Rocks are splitting the house at the moment. I believe they're sitting 2. The old bays are just going to try to draw behind cover into the 4-foot.
This one looks a little heavy for a guard.
There might be a double there for their Marigolds.
Yep. Same thing. Going in the house, keeping things clear.
Good plan B on sheet C. That red rock overcurled a bit for the old bays, but it did bump another red into the house. Unfortunately, it is exposed.
Sheet B there. We've got some speed on that one. Let's see if they can take
Plenty
out
of
these
curl.
yellows.
They got one. And once again, they keep the shooter. Not a bad outcome. To the glitter end is once again going to have to figure out how they want to protect their rock. Over on sheet C, we've got a nice hit from Dolly Rocks.
Trying for that guard on.
That rock is curling hard on sheet B.
Yeah, that really took off.
Sheet C, the old bays are going for another hit.
Can't wait long enough for it to get past that guard.
Their Marigolds on sheet B is calling for a hit as well.
Rock's got lots of weight.
Oh, perfect hit.
That's really
Yeah.
nice.
Shooter stayed around. They're line 3 right now.
Looks like Dolly Rocks might be calling for a freeze here, or perhaps a hit.
Definitely calling for the freeze. They got to get
With
something.
no guards, yeah, they're going to need backing.
Yeah, that one corner guard, and so they're going to need to get something safe, something that'll stick around.
So close. Looks like Dolly Rocks is removing a pair of reds, and I think they're sitting 3 at the moment. A couple of which are at least partially covered.
Mm-hmm.
It's given the old bays something to think about. Sheet B, I believe, is calling for a guard.
Needs it to stop just in the 12 foot.
Line's more important right now, I think.
Yep. A nice throw. There's still definitely a line there to freeze to that backstone. Looks like they crashed a little bit there on sheet C.
But it does leave a couple of the yellow rocks exposed.
Mm-hmm.
Sweeping hard for line here on sheet B.
Ooh,
Wow, just made
pass.
it around.
Spills a
They're
little bit
squarely
out
in the
into the open,
forefoot,
though.
but they are
Nice
accessible.
target.
Yeah.
Still gonna make them make the hit.
Has sheet 8 completed another end?
Mm-hmm. They're motoring along.
What was the score for their fifth?
The Yellow Rock scored 1.
Okay.
So they're tied up at 4 now.
Oh, nice shot. Oh, but their shooter didn't sit around.
Mm-mm.
Good sweeping for to the glitter end, getting that stone out of there.
So you said 1 yellow on sheet A for
Yeah,
N5?
for fifth end.
Yep.
Okay.
So that
Great.
brings them up to tied at 4.
Yep.
Very close match over there.
Yeah, they seem to just be trading scores there.
Definitely.
It's like they're trying to freeze to that the other side rock now.
Good line.
Just a little tap.
Might give their marigolds the space they need,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a very nicely thrown stone. We're on skip rocks over on sheet C. The Old Bays are delivering their first. Not a bad outcome.
No, I'm not sure if that's what they intended, but that was a really nice outcome.
Yeah, it exposed that yellow and it put their red in the 4-foot undercover.
That's going to be really hard to get to that.
On sheet B, their marigolds is going to attempt to remove to the glitter ends rock, and they have succeeded.
Nice.
That's a nice peel out there.
And they managed not to hit any of their red ones.
Yeah, still sitting 4.
Well, it looks like they're going to try that again, see if they can't get a better freeze off of it.
Sheet C, they're looking at some angles. Trying to figure out how to remove that red without losing their shot rock. Gripper's coming off. They've made their decision. I'm hearing some rumblings about lunch back here. There's some pesto, some bolognese.
Sounds like it's going to be a good lunch. So
These curlers will definitely have earned those calories. They are working hard out there, lots of sweeping across the board. All right, last rock for to the glitter end. Oh, nope, I take that back. First of the skip rocks.
Looks like Kitty's trying to do the same thing and just come down.
Wow, Dolly Rocks just managed to eke that red out and put another yellow in, actually.
Yeah.
wow, that's impressive.
That's a really nice shot.
That was some finesse curling. Looks like that yellow rock on sheet B ended a little bit short.
And it looks like it's sitting third right now. So yeah, there's Marigolds are going to have to decide if they actually need to do anything with it or just keep playing offense here.
Looks like they're going to be putting guard up in the top 12. We got the last stone from Laura here on sheet C. Looks like she's trying to freeze down onto that stone. Sweeping hard for line. Oh,
They did get a little chip into the forefoot a bit.
Spills off. There's not a lot of margin there, but you can definitely sneak that red by with a controlled takeout. I think that would leave, looks like that would leave the Dolly Rock sitting 5.
Sheet B, this is in fact the last rock for to the glitter end this time. They're having second thoughts.
It's like it over curled just a little and coming through, and that's going to be a steal of 2 for their Marigolds on sheet B.
Sheet C, that Dolly Rocks yellow's coming in strong, but the red did jam on that back yellow.
Well, looks like that was going to be just 1 then for the Dolly Rocks.
1 yellow on sheet C.
What was sheet C?
I think it's 1 yellow.
1 yellow?
Yep.
Okay.
And D's still on the 5th end, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And the speed demons over on sheet A are almost done with their their 5th end.
Sheet A is making it hard to keep up.
Yeah.
6th end, yeah.
Yep.
Looks like Dolly Rocks has a bit of a center guard with those yellow stones on sheet C.
Looks like Laura's calling for a corner guard, which means she's going to be trying to set up the end to score multiples.
And on sheet B, we also have a yellow center guard to start the end.
Looks like maybe these lines are slowing down a little bit on the way back on sheet C. That guard just got
Was
hogged.
hogged, yeah, I saw that. Sheet B is having the opposite issue with things running a little bit fast.
I think they might be intentionally throwing them through because they've
Oh,
got
for nowhere to hide.
they've got such a strong lead right now that they could be purposely throwing them through to keep everything clear.
Yeah.
And not give to the glitter end much of a chance.
Well, Eric's able to sweep that one through. And they're just going to clear the guard out.
Now that they're on their 5th rock. Sheet C, it looks like the old bays actually tapped Dolly Rock's yellow further into the forefoot and behind their guard. Didn't get that guard, but also didn't stick around.
Looks like the Dolly Rocks is going to try and take advantage of this and clutter up the front. I think they're trying to sit kind of right on top of the redstone in the 12.
Lovely draw from To the Glitter End.
It's really nice.
Really well covered.
Trying to get that guard out on sheet B. Just an easy peel. Going for a little more of a finesse shot here on sheet C. Trying to well,
Perhaps not the outcome intended.
I think that was a nice nice secondary call though, because it opened up put the yellows in a line, and then split the house for the reds.
You always got to have a plan B.
Mm-hmm.
Our sweepers escorting this yellow rock down. I think it might be a little heavy.
Yeah.
Like it's just gonna exit the house.
So now their Marigold is coming for the remaining yellow.
It looks like the Dolly Rocks just hogged that guard.
Mhm.
There's definitely an opportunity here. The old bays can move some stuff around in the house, and depending on where they end up, they could roll over and guard one of their stones.
Looks like their Marigolds took out the red guard, which leaves to the glitter ends rock still in play. And their new plan is to split the house. They're changing from the guard tactic, and they're just going to put another one in.
Sweeper's trying hard to get this one to bite the rings.
It's going to be close.
Just doesn't make it.
Their Marigolds is coming for the yellow in the rings. Just going to try to remove that. Another lovely peel.
Working hard to save the line here on sheet C.
Well, yellow did successfully remove the red, the old baize stone. But with those staggered guards, it looks like the old bays have a chance to open up the front a little bit on sheet C. All right, into the glitter end has another stone biting.
Well, looks like Eric's just going to try and keep things simple and take the biter out.
Big weight on sheet C. Looks like they're going for the double.
Yep.
Oh my. They almost got the yellow and the 4-foot out.
It's not a bad outcome. It leaves that the old bays are still sitting second shot. So that's the one they're going to have to go for.
Back to sheet B. Their Marigolds stone is out of the hand and on its way. Wow. They clipped both the guard and the stone, but they managed to put them both in.
That is obviously not what they were going for.
Happy outcome to the glitter end, though. I don't think they're going to complain about the assist.
Nope.
No.
Try and put
like a
one.
lot of my shots, it was a good plan for execution.
It couldn't have gone much worse.
On sheet
All right,
C
well, this
now,
gives the glitter end
they've got a shot.
chance to get on the board here. They're
Definitely, when you're planning those plan Bs, sometimes that's why you take a max ice on a shot like that. So if you do miss, you miss a little bit wide. It would have been better just to flash by that whole thing.
Sheet C, the old bays are throwing against 4 yellow at the moment.
Going hard for weight. Unfortunately, they ended up just kind of
Came up
guarding
a
the
little
yellow
short,
in the
yeah.
forefoot.
All right, here goes to the glitter end.
First of the skip rocks there.
Trying to get to the top of the 12-foot in the house, counting.
But also doubling as a guard.
Yep. Looks like it might be
Oh,
through.
that might be a bit heavy.
Yeah.
That's not even going to need any sweeping to head out of the house there.
Yeah, that one just ran away a little bit. Sheet C looks like the Dolly Rocks are either putting up another guard or drawing another one in.
We got Eric's last skip rock here. He's just going for a simple hit. Well, it's a nice
He
shot.
makes it.
So
Exactly
now
what was called
to
for.
the glitter end, just has to
Either
hit
hit
the
or
nose
draw for
and
one.
stick around. Looks like maybe she's drawing.
They're right on it from the start.
They're sweeping hard. Doesn't look like it has a lot on it.
Mm-mm. Well, it looks like that's going to be a steal of one
Yep.
for their Marigolds, and I'm guessing we're going to see handshakes now on sheet B. Yep. So we got handshakes after another steal of one.
Their Marigolds had a very nice game. Still smiling, though.
So there's our winning team there on sheet B.
So that's
9-0. They will be going into the final for the B group.
so that's their Marigolds out of the Windy City Curling Club in Chicago, with Eric Reithel, Lori Cassidy, Greg Torkelson, and Kent McKenzie.
Congratulations.
Good job, guys. All right, let's go ahead and switch over here to sheet C as our other featured sheet.
Yeah.
So right now the Old Bays have a 1 stone advantage here in the sixth end. But right now the house is sitting, looks like 2, maybe 3 for the Dolly Rocks. There's a lot of traffic in the front, so these draw past score are getting pretty narrow for the Old Bays.
Looks like they're just trying to guard what they've already got.
It's a nice throw. Doesn't leave a lot there.
Looks like they're just going to try to draw in.
Yep. This is going to be a pretty tough shot for one here for the Old Bays.
Yeah, to get around that guard and still curl into the button. Very active release there.
It's really going to have to come down. It looks like it's coming through with quite a bit of weight.
Can they get a raise here? Not quite enough.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a steal of one there for the Dolly Rocks. So we're tied up after 6 ends. The Old Ways at 6, Dolly Rocks at 6, going into N7. And the Old Bays will keep the hammer going into the 7th end.
Looks like we've got a game on our hands.
And over on sheet A, they've tied it up. It's 6-6 as well,
Oh
if
my
I'm
goodness.
reading the scoreboard correctly.
It does look that way. 6-6 going into end 8. Dolly Rock starting strong with a center guard in the top 12. And here come the Old Bays going for a corner guard. Nicely executed.
It's like the Dolly Rocks are being very aggressive with their tactics here. Setting up 2 center guards.
That stone took its time, but at the end it curled really nicely right up to the middle line.
Looks like the Old Bays are going to use a slightly lighter weight, like a T-line weight, to try and get around and promote that rock that they have sitting as a guard. It's really curling.
On sheet D, we've got the last skip rock coming in, so we should be getting a score for N6 pretty soon. Perfect button draw.
So it looks like we've
that's
got handshakes
handshakes
there after 6 ends on sheet D. The final score of 7-2.
It's always nice to end on a good note, even when you're down. Looks like the old bays are going to try to clear out some of Dolly Rock's yellows at the front of the house. They got one of the guards.
That moves things around a little bit.
Looks like Dolly Rocks is going to try to replace that guard.
Mm-hmm. Still, still becoming quite aggressive here on this end. Dolly Rocks is trying really hard to set up a steal.
Looks like the old bays have part of that rock. Looks like sheet A. Are we able to put sheet A for our secondary strip here?
No,
Oh, it doesn't give us that option.
it gives us sheet D. So when I switched over to C, it took away my other options for
Oh,
the
I
other
see.
sheet. So I think I'm going to have to ask Ken about that when he comes back. So, or I would.
Yeah, I think he's probably buying drinks right now.
No, he's still on the ice. He's on sheet A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, we could go to all sheets for the end here.
Oh, yeah.
Sheet A's got a really bad angle, though.
Yeah, it's really tough to see what's going on there.
Yeah. I think I'll just go back to C.
All right.
Looks like there's room there for potentially a double.
Coming out of the hack with lots of weight.
Courtney really gave that one some juice.
Looks like they're going for a hit and roll. They got nose.
Didn't get quite the roll they wanted, though, probably.
No. Looks like Dolly Rocks is going to attempt the same shot. Try to hit this red a little to the inside so they can roll under cover.
Do you want to go to sheet A only? We got skip stones for the win right now. So it's tied up after 7.
This is the last rock, and he is
Trying to get a nose
throwing
hit.
against 2 yellow.
Oh, and it's not curling.
So close.
That is a
One
steal
yellow.
of 1 for yellow.
And that's I'm a gonna guard.
I'm a gonna guard is going to come away with the win there.
1 yellow. On
1
sheet
yellow,
A?
missing
One
the
yellow
hammer
sheet
on
A.
the 8th and gets the steal.
Oh. All right, let me. Thanks
another
for
hard-fought
that
match.
call, David. We'll switch back here to C while they finish up.
It looks like with the ice she's giving, she's asking for a decent amount of weight.
Can she see that rock back there?
I think she can see most of it.
Oh, why is that?
And she did. She managed to get to it.
It's weird. Why is that sheet A?
Yeah, that is weird. Well, that's better.
Well, it looks like they're just going to draw in, maybe put up a guard in that path.
Yeah, both good options. These teams have both been making a lot of their shots, which really makes for a competitive game.
Yeah, we've had several games be really tight.
Yeah,
That big and then the 4th has really kept this competitive.
some nice parity today to start out our Sunday morning.
And all the curlers made it. I've been on my share of early morning draws on a Sunday. They can be a little hard to make it on time.
Depending how late you were out Saturday night celebrating or commiserating.
I'm definitely not a morning person. I was watching it.
Well, it looks like she's going to be going for a draw to the button on this one, just to get one scoring now while she can, while that path is there.
If she can sit it top 4 and get a little bit covered there, it'll be really hard to remove it.
It's going to have to curl.
Yeah, this one's really
Yeah, it's
drifting out there.
Really on the edge there. Let's see what's happening from the house view.
Oh, wow.
Just a little bit too much weight. Got a little out and a little heavy, and just never,
Still in play, but not where they wanted it.
yeah.
This is Dolly Rock's opportunity, I think, to shut that spot down.
If they can block this path off, it's going to be pretty difficult for the Old Bays to figure out how to score one here.
And they only need one to win. No sweeping. Looks like it also might be a little bit wide, a little bit up weight. Trying to encourage the curl here.
I made a total mess of a couple of situations, for sure.
That's
That
a
is
nice shot.
Perfect stone.
Nicely done.
Just above the 4.
I think
Right on
they're,
that line.
Dolly Rocks are sitting 3 right now.
yeah, that's tough. I think their best opportunity is going to be to probably hit and roll off of their own and off of that rock in the 12-foot.
Looks like they're planning to hit. Are they going to go for a double here? This is the last rock for sheet C. Being delivered by the Old Bays against 3 yellows. It's going to get hung up on that guard.
It'd be a steal of 3 there.
Looks like the Dolly Rocks get victory on sheet C.
It's only in 7.
Oh, I apologize. There could be one more end.
Yeah, I'm not sure when they have to stop.
Looks like
we
they'll
will
continue.
have another end. Bring it back down to the front of the ice shed here.
With a 9-6 lead going into the last end, Dolly Rocks are probably just going to be really defensive. They're going to throw their first rocks through.
Yep. Jamie is lead on the Dolly Rocks. He's let go of the first stone, and nobody's really
Too concerned here.
looks like that is the plan, to just let it go through the house and keep that nice and clear.
Opposite strategy, of course, for the Old Bays.
Yep.
Try
So
to
it looks
develop
like
some
they're going to
coverage.
start with a center guard. Not ready to play to the edge yet. Well, that one's going to end up being a corner guard, after all.
Still very usable.
Very.
Ah, actually, we might have a biter. And since it is biting, they're going to go ahead and attempt to take it out.
Not a lot of ways to go wrong with this one for the Dolly Rocks. If they manage to get a piece of it. That's good. Even if they flash, it's not the end of the world.
It's not often you throw takeouts that wide. It's a bit of a tricky shot. Sweeping hard. Looks like we're on track for a very high corner guard,
Laura's
perhaps.
coming out to sweep too.
Oh, no.
I
Just
don't think
not
that's
quite
going to make it.
enough.
And try from the other side this time. See if they can't get that line to be a little bit more more predictable.
Lining up with the broom.
Unfortunately, at some point, with now that we're into 5th stone,
Nice.
Perfect shot. Got rid of both stones, keeping the house nice and clear.
at some point, the Dally Rocks Mike can just keep calling hits, and if they keep making them, they'll just run them out of stones.
Yep. It's got to stick around for
like
them
the
to
old
have a
days.
chance there.
They managed to put another one in.
Yeah, another takeout.
Furious
down.
sweeping going on.
Trying to make sure that they get a piece of it. Looks good.
This time the shooter does stick around at the very back of the house. It's not going to bother the old bays. They're going to stick to their plan. Put up another corner guard.
This time they're putting the corner guard on the same side as the rock in the house to potentially provide a little backing. Force them to hit the stone off nose if they want to get rid of it. Oop. Looks like that stone got burned.
It's a bummer when you need every rock you can get.
It happens.
Yep.
It's one of the most beautiful things, though, about this sport is the honesty.
It's kind of a relief when I actually burned my first stone in a match. I was like, okay.
Got that out of the
Got
way.
it done with and over with. And I was like, okay.
And it's not that big a deal.
It's not the end of the
No.
world. I mean, you feel super guilty, but then you're like, yeah, everybody does it. It's
Everybody
it's
does
part of the game, and like you said, it's everybody being a good competitor and being
Yeah.
honest and
Sportsmanship.
It's one of my favorite things with curling is that the first rule is basically be a good person.
yeah.
This sport is really all about sportsmanship and camaraderie. There are no referees. There are no umpires. Kind of on your own to make this a fair game.
Exactly.
Once again, Dolly Rocks removed a rock, and the
Right,
old bays are going to put
Courtney
another one
is,
up.
Throwing her rock here. They're down to the last 4 rocks.
This one's got to be in.
Yeah, it has to touch the rings.
Well, they've got 3 more after this.
It's coming up a little short.
And here come the Dolly Rocks for another hit.
little bit of deja vu. It's put rock
Yeah.
in, take rock out. Put rock in, take rock out.
It's very much like what you see on TV when you're watching the pros.
All right, I got Fury is sweeping here.
They do get the red out, but they leave a guard in its place.
They'll go ahead and try and play behind. They need all 3 rocks to be in play and counting at this point to even get
even
a
to
tie.
tie.
If we do end up in a tie, it's a draw to the button as a tie break. So that would be really interesting.
All hopes rest on this rock.
Come on, Courtney.
The line's good, but is it going to make it?
It looks good.
Yeah, right around that guard. Directly behind it.
That
That's
was
a really nice
perfectly
shot.
played.
Courtney coming through under pressure. I'm certain I would not have been able to make that shot.
I think the best thing here is to try a peel. Whether they hit the red or the yellow doesn't really matter, because if they get their guard out of the way, it opens up the next shot for a hit.
Coming right down that line.
It's got a long way to curl. And they're right off of it.
Ooh.
Oh.
It actually just kissed it behind the guard a hair more. Old Bays still have a chance.
Put another one in. I think the safer shot on that would have just been to go for their guard and just peel out
Open it
their.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the most dangerous thing now is that they have something to play behind.
Here comes Laura's rock.
First over Skip Stones, trying to get in the rings behind that guard. Putting the Dolly Rocks in a position that they have to make
Come on, get it in.
a shot.
Get it in. Oh, that's really exposed.
Yep, they've set that broom pretty quick.
Pretty easy decision on what their play should be here.
Yeah.
If they can peel that red rock away, the game's over.
There we go. No sweeping.
It's curling. It looks like it's gonna be good. Like a handshake shot.
Yep.
There it is.
And
That's game on sheet C.
final score of 9-6. Well, I hope
Alright.
everybody had a good time.
Should we recap some scores?
Yeah, we can do that. So on sheet A, we had the Dairy Queens and Am I Gonna Guard? Took that match 7-6. On sheet B, there's Marigolds. Beat to the glitter end 9-0. The Old Bays on sheet C. Lost to the Dolly Rocks 9-6. And then we had on sheet D the Salty Carbohydrates playing Thoughts and Players, and the Salty Carbohydrates won 7-2. So that is it for our semifinals for the B and C rounds. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to be signing off from the Potomac Curling Club here near Washington, D.C. We'll see you guys back at 12 o'clock for the finals. Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye-bye.